Welcome back for another episode of Full Steam Ahead, where we discuss all things STEM, but with a twist of art. Our goal is to encourage the next generation of STEM leaders, bring our experiences to life, and encourage you to reach your full potential. We're going to move into kind of my favorite segment, nature versus nurture. I think we got some good ones today. We're going to really see, where y'all from, who raised y'all, and stuff like that. So.
Raised y'all.
All right, so the first one is going to be, we're talking about grits. Salt or sugar?
Sugar.
Salt.
Ooh, both. Not together.
I do both.
Not together, but yeah, both.
Yeah. It depends on what I'm eating it with.
Exactly.
Honestly. Because if I make like my little sauce, I put like salt and pepper on it. But if I'm eating them, that's like as a side to whatever, just a part of my breakfast, I use butter and sugar.
I think I like both of them, but I think usually it's more like salty grits.
I grew up with butter and sugar.
I like it too.
When we had grits for breakfast.
Mm.
I didn't have grits with salt until I was like a full-fledged adult. Probably around the time when I was hanging out with y'all, James and Taylor, when we would go out all those times. And we would go to I can't remember where it was. Yeah, something.
I didn't eat grits until I moved to the South. So
that's crazy. When was that?
I didn't. In college, I didn't eat grits growing up. We'll have like white rice sometimes. We ate like oatmeal, cream of wheat, but we didn't. My mama didn't make grits.
Where you from again?
Where you from? Yeah,
St. Louis.
I'm saying we had grits in Detroit. It was grits in my house, but we ate them with butter and sugar. It wasn't until I got to college when I started like having grits and like savory grits and had an appreciation too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I grew up eating grits, but we didn't eat the white grits. We used to eat the yellow grits, But it's all salt for me because I got the A&T second semester freshman year, and it had sugar in it. I was like, bro, what is this? It tastes like cream of wheat or something. I was like, dog, they done mistakenly put the sugar from the oatmeal into the grits. I'm like, it just wasn't.
Yeah. But that's how I started off eating grits with butter and sugar.
Nah, for a long time I thought it was like a regional thing, but I've seen that there's people even like in the South that like sugar, because sometimes people say, oh, the salt is a Southern thing, but it's really not, because I've heard people from the South say they like sugar and people from the North say they like salt. So just want to know.
What about hold on, y'all had grit cakes before?
No.
Yeah, it's usually like served like just like on top of something, or something on top of grit cakes. But
I have.
Is it like
I've had this at a restaurant?
patty? Like an actual it sounds like a crunchy like rice patty or something like that.
It ain't like crunchy. No, it's not like a rice. No.
That's what I'm.
It's still like nice and soft and stuff, but it's like
I have had it. They put it on top of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bomb. I mean, I'm willing to try it, but
it's bomb.
We grew up on like sugar grits, man. And then I went on an interview like in what was I interviewing for? Oh, for residency. So I was probably like 25.
You like sugar grits or not?
No.
That was the interview question.
He was like, you need to answer this the right way, or you're not coming. And so I ended up not going there. I grew up on sugar grits, and so I went on the interview to South Carolina, and we went to some restaurant that was like on the pier, like on the coast or whatever. And I asked for shrimp and grits, and I don't know if I was expecting like shrimp and like sugar grits, but anyway, they brought the like savory grits out, and I had it, and I was like, bruh, what have I been missing? And like, I have not had sugar grits since then, man. Like, I was like 20.
I do.
I have not had it since then.
I still prefer sugar.
Yeah,
but the savory is good.
Because when I make my
had this restaurant in Tulsa.
I put butter and sugar, and then put my shrimp and grits on top.
Man, we went to Tulsa at it's not there anymore. It was a place called Tall Grass. They had the firest shrimp and grits I've ever had in my life, and I've been chasing that.
That's the first
taste.
time.
Yeah, I've been chasing that taste since then, and I have not been able to.
The savory one,
bruh, change your life. Oh man, I'm so sad this place is not there anymore.
Good.
Anyway,
true. So the next one, we got 3 more. So the next one, these won't take as long as this one, but which artist is more likely to skip class majority of the semester but still end up with an A? So the options are Young Dolph or 2 Chainz.
I don't know anything about Young Dolph, so I feel like
me neither.
2 Chainz.
I'm going with 2 Chainz.
I don't even know who Young Dolph is.
Wait, somebody said what?
ASU alum.
Nah, I heard that part. But somebody was saying they didn't know who somebody was.
Dolph.
Yeah. I don't know who Young Dolph is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anything about him.
I should say I don't, but I don't really know him like that. Yeah, I've heard some of his songs.
So why did Young Dolph make the cut
The
here?
cut.
Well, because I was gonna do. I didn't want to do like the typical. I didn't want to do like J. Cole and there's some other artists that went to college as well. I wanted to do like 2 Chainz actually went to college too.
But you would have never thought 2 Chainz, at least I wouldn't have, that he like went and like was actually a good college student. Like he made good grades. So 2
Chainz is actually pretty smart because he did.
That's what I'm saying.
T.I. and he was talking about how he was selling dope. He would be doing his homework as he was selling dope. And then he got mad because he had some weed in high school, and then he got like expelled or something, or they took him to jail or something because they found like weed in his locker or something, and he was supposed to take the SAT the next day. He was mad. I remember that. But I said Young Dolph also because like Dolph, everybody know Dolph is like super trap. You know, he ratchet, however you want to call it. That's kind of like the type of music he makes. But if you listen to his interviews, he actually he has a good head on his shoulders and he knows things. If that makes sense. Okay. So that's why I picked those two. I could have really picked anybody, but I just did those two.
I gotcha.
All right, so
we all voted 2
prefer?
Chainz, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you? Yeah, I voted 2 Chainz also. Do you prefer Casio, Texas Instruments, or HP calculators?
This is such a weird question.
This is the nerdiest question.
Yeah,
it is.
But y'all feel it though, because everybody has their preference.
Honestly, I don't use calculators.
Texas Instruments.
No, maybe.
I use TI calculators.
Okay. Yeah, wow. I use TI for sure.
Yeah, I don't use calculators, but when I did, I used Texas Instruments.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see Texas representing.
And then I feel like Casio is just like a classic brand for everything. So,
yeah.
But for calculators, I was on the TI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think of watches when I think of Casio. Though.
Yeah, I was thinking like calculator watch.
You had one?
Yeah. Okay. So no, I didn't growing up, and so when I was growing up and had a job, so I was like 22, 23. I was like, you know what? I want a calculator watch. So I went to Walmart and got me a little $20 Casio calculator watch. And people in med school clown my friends like clown me in med school. They like, bro, why do you have this calculator watch on, bro? That was like middle school. I was like, look, you don't know my life, all right? So
I didn't know that was a thing the whole time.
I don't know if it was.
I remember those.
I like
it was
that
those,
idea,
and then I was talking to
the whole outfit to go along with it. If you go pull it off, you guys go super strong hipster vibes with the Casio.
See, my sister tell you I cannot dress like I wear hoodies every day. It's just the one thing that or like Chucks, and that's about it. Nothing else is fashionable. James for real now. I'm very basic.
I'm gonna Google a calculator watch after this because so I'm intrigued.
I
like watching.
So I never had an HP calculator. I know people used to use them. I've seen a few people. So it's funny because in high school, like I had Casio, and even in college I had Casio. But as of like recent, well, like I guess the past maybe 4 or 5 years or so, I've been using Texas Instruments, like for different like standardized exams and stuff like that. Like you have to use either Casio or Texas Instrument, and it can't be like a TI 89 or 84 or 85 and all that. It can't be none of that. So it's almost like, but then I feel like a lot of people was using Casio on the exams and stuff instead of TI. So I can go either way, but I just remember back when everybody had like the TI 89s, I was the one rocking the Casio joint, and folks was clowning me because they said my joint looked like the first computer ever. And it was like
those
square.
Are classic calculators. Yeah,
they are.
Okay, cool. So we can move into the last one. So would you prefer an open book test or a closed book test with no multiple choice, but all the questions are open ended?
So what's the open book test? Or are you saying excuse me. So are you saying that both tests are no multiple choice and open-ended, or just the closed book one?
Just the closed book one.
So the open book test is
multiple choice.
Oh, that's me all day, man. I don't like open-ended stuff, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Closed book, and I said with no multiple choice or is open-ended, because sometimes like the more you write for an answer, you can either help your answer or you can make it worse. Like you try to write to sound smarter and you can write the wrong thing. So
I think I like closed book more. I'm gonna go with closed book.
Okay.
But I will say I think it depends on the subject. So
yeah, it depends. I feel like I need, like, if it's an easier class and it's going to be closed book, then I can, whatever. But if it's one of them ones where you got to like remember all the equations that you need, like, definitely going open book. Do you remember our physics 2 teacher?
Yep.
We used to,
Sandy.
Was it physics 2 or physics 1? Anyways, we used to be able to write everything on that one page. And then
it was
bring
a
it
card.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna rock with the open book.
Okay. I think
I'm
for
a
me.
vote.
Go ahead, Shar.
Oh, okay. I'm a vote closed book, but as an instructor, I like to give my students a cheat sheet. I don't like open book exams. It's too much flipping. I'd rather you just make a cheat sheet. That way I know you studied because you made your sheet, and then you still have help on the exam. So I always give a cheat sheet, but I like that answer. Yeah, but I don't.
Yeah, I agree
hate
with you.
Open book exams because it's so much flipping. You spend so much time looking that you can't even answer the exam.
Right.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So, but for this question, I'm gonna go with this closed book.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with closed book too, because like if it is open book, I mean if it got a bunch of equation stuff, then open book is cool. Or if they provide you with like a sheet of equations, then that's cool, and it's still closed book. Then I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm open book all day because my memory is absolutely boo-boo. Like I can't remember nothing. I do feel like also engineering, it's not about what you actually know, but do you know the references where to find it? So if you actually like get yourself organized before your open book test, it won't be so much to be like, okay, chapter so-and-so got this, chapter so-and-so got that. So that does require a level of prep that only I would do because I prefer open book tests. But closed book. I mean, I'm a finesse the open-ended question, but I do way better with an open book.
True.
So I would say that, like, do y'all prepare differently for open book test versus closed book test?
Yeah, I don't prepare at all when it's open book.
Yeah, honestly,
I think that's part of my.
Honestly,
That's part of my reason. I think is because if it was open book, like, yeah, you're still supposed to study the same, but like, am I really gonna study as much knowing that the book is right there? So,
but
I make sure I familiarize myself. Go ahead, Shar. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I did used to study for my open book test too, though. I did used to study.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But
I just would like look at the book. At least you need to know where stuff is in the book. Like essentially, you need to read a table of contents and like remember, example so and so is here, example so and so is there, and then you could really flip efficiently.
Yeah, I think I was kind of bad about open book in that sense. I'm gonna go back to Shar and James said about the cheat sheet. Like I'm cool with the cheat sheet because I put everything where it's at on the cheat sheet.
Yeah,
but the open book, I don't think I've really prepared myself that well if it was open book and I knew the book was going to be there. Because, I was going to be flipping through it and just trying to find answers. Even though I should have prepared, I never really did.
Yeah.
I've gotten better at open book tests since undergrad. I've learned how to prepare, how to mark references. Like, a steel manual somewhere over there, but my steel manual looks like, a little kid took a bunch of stuff and highlighted everything because I got tabs, I got red, I got green, yellow highlight marks. Just each highlight mark means a different thing to me.
Yep.
I think
so you gotta
better.
have some kind of organization.
Yeah. Cool. Well, if we we can, I guess, close that portion of the book.